I just discovered that my boyfriend literally doesn't exist. We've been together for almost 2 years and I can't stop crying. I met him on here. It was after I made a post saying that I only have one type and that type is nerds. He literally messaged me saying he was a nerd and he showed some photos. Stereotypical nerd who was severely obese. I found him adorable and started to like him. His post history said he was lonely and had 2 abusive exes. He'd also made a post saying he wants to curl into a ball and give up because he felt like nobody would ever love him and he hated how his face looked. He also said in one of his posts that his therapist said he was an abuser trying to look like the victim. He seemed head over heels for me. If I was AFK for even a few minutes, he'd get super worried, wondering if he'd scared me off. He kept posting photos of himself posed like he was hugging me, and told me to imagine myself in the empty space. He loved showing me his collection of action figures and comics. We exchanged voice messages and I posted selfies. He'd always compliment each one. We spoke all day every day, and then after a while it was like he wasn't smiling in his selfies anymore, and his eyes looked dead. Now it's like he doesn't want to speak to me. He'll ghost me all day, then say he's sorry for not responding because he's busy with rougher work hours. But even on days where he's free, he doesn't message me until really late at night before bed, or he doesn't message me at all and I have to message him first, or he doesn't. He also started completely ignoring any selfies or voice messages I sent him. Last night I asked him if I said anything to upset him, to which he immediately replied, "Not at all." I haven't sent him anything since then, and he hasn't sent me anything either. He'll ask me when I'm going to sleep in the early hours of the night, then not say anything in between him asking and me actually going to bed. When I'm about to go to bed, he'll say what time he's working tomorrow and he'll see me soon, plus a big smiley face. He'll give short replies and it feels like I'm having to carry the conversation. My friend felt weirded out by him and she told me to try and look up official records on him. I know his first and last name, his birth year, month and day, and also where he lives. He's posted photos of himself at work, in college classes, and also posted videos of himself talking while in his car, but those videos never show his face. I searched his name on several lookup sites and couldn't find any exact matches. The closest match was a man with his first and last name living in the same smallish town, except the man was 43 years old, not 23. My friend looked at the photos of him as a toddler that he'd sent me, and she immediately had a weird expression, pointing out that the cot in the picture looked very old-fashioned and the picture looked as though it was taken in the 80s, not the noughties at all. We even tried Ancestry, and the people with the same first and last name who were born in the year he told me he was born in were either people who didn't live where he told me where he lived, or they were dead people. To test the reliability of these sites, my friend looked up herself and she immediately found herself. I'm still crying right now and I'm sorry if this post is a muddled mess. I feel so used,